where does the band's name come from?
The band's name, the origin of it is there's no real special meaning or anything like that. It was just a name that everybody liked, and we felt like it fit really well with the imaging and stuff that we were putting together, and so that's what we went with.
Okay, so how did you all come to meet each other?
We've known each other for a long time. Played in different bands together, and we've come from the same small town in Alabama, and so we've known each other for years, and so this band was just kind of the natural progression for all of us, musically and personally, was just kind of the next step that we wanted to take.
Okay, so with the band, you made your debut a couple days ago, and what was it like leading up to that, and what was your reaction like to making that debut?
Well, we had gone back and forth about different ideas as far as how we were going to release our music and when we were going to release our music and that kind of thing. We've been working on this, building up to this for the last couple of months. We went to Nashville and recorded with a really good producer named Paul Moak there that did the song Don't Let Go of Me. But financially, we just weren't in a position really to go out and do a full-length record, maybe in a more traditional way. And so we kind of bought our own setup, built our own little studio, and started recording songs on our own. Really, it's just more demo versions to get the ideas down, and with the plan of ultimately going into the studio and recording them again. But we just really liked the way that they came out, and even though they're still demo versions, we decided, let's just put this out and start seeing what people's reaction is. And I think you're going to see a lot more bands, and already are seeing a lot more bands and artists doing that kind of thing, rather than waiting to put, a record out once a year or once every 2 years or whatever. You're going to see people putting out music on a more constant basis, just because there's so many things vying for people's attention right now, that if you've got somebody's attention, if you've got fans and they want your music, then I think it's probably a better idea just to give them what they want, give them more music on a regular basis. So we're going to take these songs that we recorded on our own, and every couple of weeks we're just going to keep putting out new music.
Okay, so right now you have 2 songs that are a free download that people can listen to on your MySpace page. So
Right.
How did you choose those 2 songs to be the first ones?
We wanted to put out Don't Let Go of Me to start off with, because that was the one that we had done with Paul Moak in the studio, and so it was one that we felt really strongly about. It was actually the first song that we wrote as the band Moses. We felt like it really captured the overall sound and overall idea of what we were trying to be as a band as a whole. So that's why we chose that song. And then conversely, Beautiful was actually the most recent song that we wrote. So I think it may have more to do with we were just really excited about that song because it was the newest one to it. So that's kind of the reasoning behind those 2 songs. But I think overall, they really capture what you're going to hear from us coming up. I think it's really big sounds, maybe like a really young U2 as far as the way that the songs sound, like the size of the sound, and just more the themes. I think you're going to hear more of the same. Those kind of themes conceptually in all the songs. Faith, hope, and love, kind of larger than life type topics. Are the kind of things that you're going to hear from us.
Okay, so with songwriting, how does the process work for you?
Songs come from a lot of different places and a lot of different ways for us. Sometimes I'm just sitting at a piano by myself in the room and write the whole song right there in 15 minutes. And sometimes, I'll have on my cell phone, when I think of ideas or I think of melodies or lyrics or whatever, I'll record a voice note on my phone, and then, it may sit on my phone for a year before I find a place to use it in a song. Sometimes we're just all in our little makeshift studio there, and we're just playing, and James will play something cool on the guitar, and that's where it'll start from. And sometimes somebody else will come in with an idea or a concept or a melody or something like that, and then it just kind of start building from the ground up. Like the song Don't Let Go of Me, that song took us 30 minutes from start to finish to do it, whereas there'll be other songs that will come out in the near future. There's a song called All I Want to Know that I think is going to be the next song that we come out with in a couple of weeks. And we were kicking around with that song for probably 6 months before we felt like it was finished. And, you know, and when we go back in the studio and record these again, after we release the demo versions, then, you know, it may be different then, too. So they come from a lot of different places. All the guys in our band bring something to the table as far as songwriting is concerned, and the creative aspect of the band. And I think it just really, you know, it meshes together in different ways. Sometimes there's a song that I'll come in with, and it almost doesn't change at all from when it comes in. And sometimes there's an idea I come in with, and, you know, everybody tells me, oh, my gosh, that's awful. We have to change this. And it comes out completely different by the time it's all said and done.
Okay. So also, like, where does your inspiration come from?
I think a lot of the new stuff, the inspiration has come from the last couple of years of our lives. I mean, basically all of us have grown up over the last few years being on the road. You know, I think in 2008, I think that I slept in my own bed maybe 40 days, the whole year, or something like that, and just lived in a van on the road, touring all over the country. And even though they're maybe not direct events from on the road that these songs are about, I think that has given me a perspective on life that is really different than what it was a few years ago when I was just a kid that grew up in the deep south of the U.S., and all I saw was basically what was in front of me there. So being able to see the country and meet different people and see different cultures and things like that, I think has really affected our writing. I think our faith plays a big role in the songs that we write. And I think we're just, for lack of a better word, I think all of us are dreamers to a certain degree and just have these big ideas, and maybe you're just crazy enough to think that a song could change the world. And I don't know a song yet, but every time that we write a song, I think that when we sit down that our goal is to write a song that will change our lives and will hopefully, in turn, change somebody else's life.
Okay, awesome. So when do you plan to put out, like, an album that people can go to the store and buy?
I'm not really sure about it. There's a lot of factors that kind of play into that. We don't really have any hard set plans to do that right now. I think what we really want to do first, since we're a brand new band and people are learning about it, is almost more like what you maybe seen rappers do more than rock bands over the last few years, which is just put out a bunch of songs and get people reacting, get people hearing stuff. I mean, the last Lil Wayne album, he put out, you know, hundreds of songs for free. People download online before he came with, you know, an official album. And so I think that's let's give these songs away that we're recording in our practice space down here and get people passing them along to their friends. And then, you know, once we built up enough people know about it, we'll, you know, kind of approach the idea of going in and recording an album.
Okay, awesome. So lastly, what social network can people find you on?
You can find us on Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter. All three of those are the domain name /ThisIsMoses. And we're also using a newer platform called Bandcamp that you can find us on, and that's where you can download all our songs for free and get high-quality versions or low-quality MP3s, whatever is the best. So you can find us a little bit everywhere on there.